Nantapmu's shadow, Plateau State attack. In the whispering hills of Mangun, Pushit village, where the Hamatan wind carried echoes of forgotten songs, little Nantapmu clung to her mother's faded wrapper. It was dusk on a November evening in 2025, and the Fulani header's shadow stretched long like accusations across the millet fields. "Mama, the stars are falling," she murmured, but her mother shushed her, eyes fixed on the horizon where dust devils danced with danger. Suddenly, the night erupted. Hoofs thundered like judgment, and machetes gleamed under the moon's indifferent gaze. Gunfire cracked the air, splintering the peace her family had woven from threadbare hopes. Nantapmu's father fell first, shielding the doorway with his body. Her siblings scattered like startled goats, their cries swallowed by the echoes, by the chaos. A bullet grazed Nantapmu's arm, hot and tearing, while a blade nicked her side. Pain bloomed like a forbidden flower. She hid beneath the thatched roof, breath raged, as the invaders dragged away what little they could: goats, grain, dreams. Her mother, brave as a baobab roots, lunged with a hoe, only to crumple into a pool of crimson. The raiders vanished into the plateau's embrace, leaving silence heavier than stone. Hours later, a neighbor found Nantapmu trembling amid the ruins, the sole survivor of a family of 5. Carried to a dimly lit clinic in Jos, she fought fever with tiny fists, whispering, "Mama's coming back." But in Nigeria's endless circle of herder farmers' wars, where over 2,000 souls have been claimed this year alone, Nantapmu's story is a scar on the nation's heart, a toddler's defiance against the darkness that defiled the innocent. As dawn broke, her eyes, wide with loss, held a spark: survival, not surrender. Tracks of betrayal. Itakpe-Warri rail derailment. The iron serpent of the Itakpe-Warri railway slithered through Nigeria's green underbelly, a promise of progress etched in steel and sweat. For Chinedu, a weary trader from Benin City, it was salvation, a 327-kilometer lifeline carrying crates of yams and bolts of Ankara to distant markets. On this humid November morning in 2025, the 11th derailment since 2023, he boarded with his son, little Obi, clutching a one ticket like a talisman. "See, Papa, the train eats the miles," Obi giggled, pressing his nose to the grimy window as the locomotive huffed northward past rusting bridges and forgotten stations. Chinedu nodded, masking his unease. Whispers in the carriage spoke of sabotage, bandits planting explosive to halt security patrols, or corrupt officials pocketing repair funds. The line, built in Buhari's era at billions of naira, was a ghost of ambition, its tracks wrapped by shoddy wealth and neglect. Then a jolt, like the gods shaking the earth in anger. Metal screamed, cars buckled, and the world tilted. Chinedu's crate shattered, yams tumbling like fallen soldiers. Screams mingled with the groan of twisting rails as the train lurched off the path, embedding in the scrub. Dust choked the air, and panic clawed at throats. Obi wailed, buried under debris. Chinedu dug with bloodied hands, unearthing his boy, bruised but breathing. Rescue came late. Ambulances, weaving through bandits' checkpoints, at the Senate's probe thundered from Abuja, demanding accountability from the trail of waste. Chinedu held Obi close on the roadside, vowing never to trust the rails again. In a nation where infrastructure crumbles under greed's weight, their escape was a fragile victory, a reminder that progress derails when trust does. Yet, amid the wreckage, Chinedu whispered to the stars, We'll walk if we must. Home is worth the miles. Thanks for listening. This is Obedient Television.